Cancer, it's time to step outside of ourselves this week and onto a new path. So let's get into your cards. All right, Cancer. First, we're going to do your general reading, which I pulled before we got started. And then at the end, we're going to get you some guidance cards. So let's get into it. What came out first was you may be receiving an apology this week, or maybe you received one recently, which led you to feeling emotional happiness and contentment. Maybe this was from a past person or a friend that, it brought you some kind of relief, right? It brought you some kind of like emotional peace, and it allowed for a chapter to close because you got the death card. And this is something that I feel like you've been kind of stubborn on. Maybe stubborn on seeing this person's perspective, or stubborn on, how you've approached the situation. Maybe you've been verbally harsh in the past, but it's brought a close to that energy, right? And it's allowing for a passionate new beginning to be able to come in. So whatever you closed out has led to a bigger shift than I think you realize. And I can see that this was something that was abandoned. It was forgotten. It was left just broken and discarded, is kind of the energy that I'm getting there. There was a lot of conflict and arguments with this individual, or maybe like also a lot of like mental conflict for you. But again, you have the sun card crossing that, so it's like, this energy of like healing and clarity and new beginnings, right? And because of this, it's led to you feeling more independent, more able to, dive deeper into yourself and gain more independence. So obviously, this was a big deal for you, this apology that came in, because it shifted a lot of like core things for you, is what I'm feeling. And so much so that your overall energy was a world card, which is like the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning, if that makes sense. Like it's like getting the full card in a lot of ways, because it's like a new door is opening, a new chapter is starting for you. That's how big this was, right? It really shifted things for you to allow for like a new door to open, right? Um, so yeah, your reading is pretty straightforward this week. um, so let's get some guidance cards for you, Cancer. Let's see what guidance we have for Cancer this week. What guidance do we have for Cancer this week? All right, so you got fire and you got beyond the mind. So let's read fire first. Themes are passion, motivation, destruction, power, illumination, determination, inner light, forging forward, and transformation. Keywords are duality, creation, the rising phoenix, bringing conflict into harmony, intensity, transformation, the incredibleness of being alive, coalescence, and infinite energy. Um, so to me, this card is just speaking on bringing this conflict, to a close. Bringing it into harmony between you and this individual. That's what I kept picking up on, is like this conflict coming into resolution and bringing this balance, bringing this transformation. Like that's what I was saying, is like it was a big shift for you, so much so that you got like a phoenix card, going from rising out of the ashes. Like that's a big transformation, you know? So harmonizing with this person again was really big for you, and it's leading to this transformation. So let's see what Beyond the Mind says. Take a step outside your mind based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixated by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? Keywords: thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connection, meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming, Mercy cannot talk, the unfathomable, finding happiness within, going beyond an intellectual limitation. Okay, so to me, this guidance card is really kind of hitting on your Champion of Swords energy. Like you may be stubborn, but you may have been being stubborn on this situation, and your mind was creating limitations for yourself around this situation, right? So it's saying, like, you're only going to hinder yourself and obstruct access to healing if you're allowing these limiting beliefs to rule your mental space, right? And being stubborn about something. So, take a step back and, release all the fears and doubts that you have around this and accept it for what it is, right? Make peace with it. So, yeah, another guidance card about making peace with this conflict, right? Making peace with this person and, trying to take a step back from whatever mental block you have from the past that's caused all this. So, yeah, that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. If that message resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate the support, and have an awesome day. Bye, little mystics.